Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today's project is going to be some rayon pants. I started by centering the pants. Just like you would a t-shirt, I tucked one leg inside the other leg. And now I'm just lining up all of the seams and smoothing out the wrinkles. And unfortunately, I couldn't film it because they're long and I had to do it off of the table. Now I'm going to fold the pants into equal sections. So I just fold it in half and then fold it back, flip it over, and fold it back again. I used some binder clips to hold the pleats in place while I figured out what I wanted to do with these pants. I decided that I wanted to do a steffron on them, or a tessellation. You guys remember that blue and green shirt? So what I'm doing now is I'm folding the fabric in half, kind of like a U shape. And I'm using my baby hair rubber bands, but I quickly realized that as the fabric is getting taller and thicker, the baby hair rubber bands are smashing the fabric. So I changed from the binder clips to these plastic clamp clips that I have, and I got them off of Amazon. I'm not sure if I put links down below for them or not, but they're great. I think it's like a set of 14 and they work awesome. Now for this one, I'm just going to S pattern back and forth. You could also maybe call it accordion back and forth. It's the same fold that I use when I make my kaleidoscopes. Now this is where the project gets really interesting. And so I've left this in because I want to show you that I struggle. This project is way too big for my hands, and trying to get it all rubber banded down, it was ridiculous. And I ended up on my knees in front of the table because my back was killing me. It took a long time. I do have this in fast forward, but my hands just aren't big enough to hold all this fabric. And so anyways, I'm just gonna let you watch the comedy of this. So I was looking at the statistics of the Facebook group and my channel. The Facebook group is almost to 4,000 members, you guys, and I think that's absolutely amazing. You guys are awesome. And then I'm about to hit 20,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is incredible. I think last year in June, I was right around the 1,000 subscriber mark. So you guys have been amazing, and I certainly couldn't do it without you. So I plan to do a 20,000 subscribers giveaway. So thank you guys for being here. Double check, make sure that you are subscribed if you aren't already. And if this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe and turn your bell to all. That way you don't miss any of my future uploads. How many of you can feel my frustration at this point? Look, I know we've all been there. So as you can see, what worked is if you band a few of them together and then a few of those together and then band those two sections together and just keep working on it that way, it seems to work out pretty good. But you can tell right here that I'm just like, oh, is it gonna pop? Nope, yay, it worked. So basically, next time I do this, I'll be able to do it much quicker. It's a learning curve. When it came to adding the dye, I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to go about it. So when I usually do my kaleidoscopes, I do straight lines right down the S pattern, right? Well, I wanted to do more than just 2 or 3 colors for this project, so I decided to add the dye on a diagonal. And I'm just going to repeat the pattern all the way down till the whole project has dye on it. A few of the colors are special order colors from Dharma Trading Company, and if you want to buy small amounts of these colors, you can go onto Facebook and go into the group Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace, and find people that are selling small amounts. There is a link for it down below in the description box. It's down in like the social media links, so you can find it there. And then everything that I use in this tutorial is also listed in the description box, so make sure you check that out. Next, I give the project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure, and I add my ice. And you see how I'm adding the ice to the sides of it first? My thought process was, if I go right on top of it, the dye is going to fall off and knock all the dye off of the project. Now, whether that worked or not, I don't know, but that's what I was thinking. I came back and I checked the project after the ice had melted, and there was still quite a bit of undissolved dye, and I've been asked to show what that looks like, and this is what it looks like. You can see all those big clumps of dye. It did have good saturation on the back, but this fabric is thick, so I really want to make sure that there's enough dye all the way through. Now it's the next morning. There's a lot of muck water in this container, so I decided that I'm just going to switch out to a new container. I'm not quite finished with the pants yet, and I don't want to spill any muck water. So it has really good saturation, but the back side just sort of looks turquoise. So I decided that I'm just going to add a little more dye. So this time I'm going to do the dye over ice method, and I'm only going to use 2 colors. I'm going to sprinkle some soda ash on it and then set it off to batch. Now it's recommended that you let the project batch at 70 degrees or higher for at least 24 hours after the ice melts. I let the project batch for the full 48 hours, especially when I'm working with turquoise, blues, greens. I like to let it go as long as possible for maximum vibrancy. So now it's time for the rinse out, and you want to start by using cold water. That's going to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric. And then you want to increase your water up to hot and rinse until the water runs basically clear. From here I take it to the washing machine, and I like to use Kirillon, and I do however many hot water cycles it takes until that water is clear. Then I like to do a final hot water cycle using Millsoft, and Millsoft is a professional fabric softener, and I get both of those from Dharma Trading Company. And when you're working with rayon fabrics like this, Millsoft really is amazing. Then I'll let it air dry, and I'll iron it, and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here's our pants, and I think they turned out fantastic. I love this color combination. It's just light and breezy, summery, beachy, and it really goes well with the material because rayon, once it's dry, is very lightweight and soft and flowy and just like luxurious comfort. So I think the color matches the fabric very well. And it's kind of giving me like the Shroud of Turin vibes. If you don't know what that is, go and Google it. Those stripes, I just kind of see it. And these close-ups just show the beautiful colors and how they fill in the fabric. I love to dye fabric. So I would definitely buy these pants again. They've got the elastic waist and a little drawstring, and they've got pockets. Now Bella is, I think she's 5'9". She's at least 5'7", but I'm thinking 5'9". And they did shrink up a little bit, so if you're a taller person, you know, they're gonna be a little bit of a high water, but I think it's okay because it kind of looks like a little capri pant. They're just super cute. So overall, I'm very pleased with the way they turned out. What do you guys think? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing!